Idil, can you hear me? Idil, can you hear me there?
Yes. Yes.
Idil can't hear me. Miriam, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Miriam can't hear me. What's going on? Emma, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
But I can't hear you. What's going on?
So check your audio settings.
Emma, can you hear me now?
So I've been hearing you the whole time. I think there's something wrong with your Zoom.
Yes.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Peter, are you there? Emma, can you hear me?
Yes, sure, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, finally. I think there's maybe an audio issue on my side. Then now it's okay. Then, okay, we proceed. Welcome back. We were doing paper one. We're finalizing on it, and then I highlight a few areas. The rest of the paper you can do. This fraction, you just change on the right side, change it to improper, and then you work out. No problem there. Most of us are okay there. This is about data collection. She wants to survey members to find out if they are happy with the gym. Put a tick to the next to the method of sampling that is likely to give the fairest result. So you must not take something to do with the first people, a section. You only have to take a method that involves everyone so that you can get reliable result. So the correct one here, use a random member generator to generate 50 membership numbers and then ask members with those numbers. That's what you should do. If you say ask every member who comes to the gym on Tuesday, it will not be fair. If you ask every 10th, you will not get reliable results. Call all members who haven't been to the gym for a month to ask them. That even is tedious, it's time taking, and you will not get also the reliable results. And now, if you have Sophia asked 10 members to answer this question, the mean score for 10 members, 8.5. Her conclusion is that most members of her gym are happy. So remember, she asked 10 members out of the entire population of, was there a population we were given? Okay, out of the entire population, she only asked 10 members. And then she's concluding that they are happy. That's not true because some members may not answer the questions. Okay, you just the other reasons we can give the reasons must not be general. You have to be specific. Some members did not answer the question like that, or you can say the mean score for this. Okay. Some of the other things you can say. The other thing you can say. Anybody? Anyone? Apart from some members may not answer the question. What else can we say? Like some members did not respond to the question. Some members did not answer the question like that. You can give these reasons. Now, this question 17. We are supposed to work out the size of all the 5 missing angles. The angles that are missing there, these two they were joined initially, as you can see at the beginning, and then they separate. They cut them out. So when they cut, you have to use both information on this side is really needed. So when you are working out, you have to pay attention to that. Like here, if this point is 84, it means also here is 84. That's what I basically mean. And so to get this remaining one, you subtract from 360. What do we get for this part? We do 360 subtract 84. Answer?
276.
276. Thank you. And then there's this part. This one was here. Like that. So we need to get this one. That means they are on the straight line. And if they are on a straight line, they add up to 180. So you do 180, you subtract 154. Answer?
26.
26. Yeah, that's correct. And then which other angle can we find? Now I have 26 here. And I have 24 here. And I have 276. I can find this one. There is a background that's making noise. Kindly control your side. So we are going to add, and then we subtract 360. What did we find for this part? So you add them, 26.
34.
Very good. You get 34 there. So you just simply do 24 plus 276. The other you get, you subtract from 360. The remaining angle is this one. This one here. So it
66.
was 90. Yeah, very good. It was 90 here. So we subtract from 90, we get 66. Very good. How about this one?
56.
56. We get here, it will be 56. So you subtract from one. You add the 66 degrees plus 84 plus 154. The other you get subtract from 360. Because these are quadrilateral, it has 4 sides. The total angles are 360. Very good. So far, paper 1, we are doing so well. I'm happy. Now, let's see. Let's just answer the remaining ones. Like this one, what did you find out? The numbers that you found out for, write a list of all the possible 3-digit numbers Pierre could write. We are supposed to ensure that our first number, the first 2 numbers are even, and the last digits are odd. So the first option, can someone give us the list?
2, 4, 5.
2, 4, 5.
2, 2, 1.
2, can they follow each other? 2, 2, 1. Can we repeat? 3, using 3 digits of card, the first 2 digits must be even, and the last, no, we are not supposed to repeat. Let's list without repeating first.
4, 2, 1.
4, 2, 1. Another one.
2, 4, 1.
2, 4, 1. Very good. There's another one.
2, 4, 3.
2, 4, 3. And therefore 4, 2, 3. And then last one.
4, 2, 5.
4, 2, 5. Very good, Junaid. And then we'll write 2, 4, 5. These ones are the one they want. These ones, the one we just said. Please always list this one first, like that. If they are saying you repeat, they will say the question. But this one you write like that. Okay. Question 19 is okay. Question 19 is very okay. You just multiply and then you put the the sign. It's positive multiplied by negative. So you multiply, you put the decimal numbers, and then you put the sign. Because when you multiply positive and negative, the answer has to be negative. So I just multiply 385, multiplied by 7. Your mental math, your multiplication table has to come in. 7 by 5 is 35, write 5 and put 3 somewhere. 7 by 8 is 56, add that will be 9. So you put a 5 somewhere there. And then 7 by 3 is 21, plus that will be 26. And so you are done with your multiplication. How many decimals? 2. 1, 2, there. So 26.95. A check. Sign, one of them is negative, so the negative comes there, and you are done. Like that. Paying attention to the details. This is now what I want to be, we be emphasizing, guys. Paying attention to details. Because some of us, we lose marks because we forget some details, some small traps. The Cambridge uses small traps. Small traps makes us lose marks. So these things, we have to pay attention to that. Now, this question, please pay attention. On this question, I have to emphasize something. Now, the first thing I want to remind us, when it's division, please don't multiply, don't divide whole numbers and then put the decimal. It doesn't work. Multiplying the whole numbers and then putting the decimal only applies for multiplication. When there is multiplication, 0.75, I multiply by 0.3. This one, I'll multiply 75 times 3, and then the answer I'll get, I'll put 3 decimal places. It's okay. That one is allowed. Multiply whole numbers. Multiply whole numbers, and then whole numbers, and then put the 3 decimal on your answer. That method only works for multiplying. It does not work. This method for multiplying and putting the decimal numbers, it does not work for addition. It does not work for subtraction. Neither does it work for division. It does not work. You must not work out the whole numbers and put the decimal. It doesn't work for that. What you do, when it's addition, everyone knows, 7.23, subtract 6.11. You arrange 7.23, then 6 has to come there, and then you subtract. So that would be 2, that would be 1, and that would be 1. That's your answer. That's okay. Everyone knows that. We arrange vertically when you are adding or you're subtracting. Now, the one I want to emphasize more, this one you're okay. Everyone is okay with this. Everyone is okay with this. Multiplication, everyone is okay. Multiply whole numbers, put the decimals. Everyone is okay. There's a problem here with the division. Now, let me explain, boys and girls. So this one, you look at the number of decimals. This one has 2, this one has 1. So you write 0.72 over 0.8. Now, can someone remind us, how do I remove the decimals? Can someone remind us? Because we said, how do you remove the decimals? Now you multiply by the number of zeros, the highest decimal, yeah, very good. Multiply by the highest decimal points. This one has 2, so I multiply by 100. The same way, I multiply by 100. Now, this is the easiest method. So you remove the decimals by multiplying with the highest number of decimals. So if there are 2 decimals that are the highest, you multiply by 100. If there are 3, you multiply by 1,000, like that. If there are only 2, for example, 0.7, divide 0.8. This one is okay. I'll do 0.7 over 0.8. All of them have just 1 decimal and multiply by 10. So I'll have 7 over 8, which will be your answer. For this one, it is 0.72. You have to multiply by 100. I'm insisting on that because there's a problem there. Now here, these zeros cuts out, and then they move the decimal to the right. You get 72 over. The 1 0 cuts out. To move the decimal to the right, you remain with 8 times the remaining 0, which is 10. So that will be 18. So you have 72 over 80. Until there, you're almost done with this question. You're almost done with this. You're almost done. So there are two ways you can. Now there are very many ways you can do this. Actually, let me emphasize on one. One of them, you just put 80 outside and then 72 inside. Then you ask yourself, 80 goes into 70 how many times? It cannot go there. Put 0, put a decimal, add a 0. So 80 goes into 72 how many times? Now it's 80 into 72, which is 9 times. Now that all of them have a 0 at the end, so it's okay. So 9 there, 9 times 80 is 72. Add a 0 there, subtract, you have that, and your answer should be 0.9. That is how you should go about with that question. Please, like that. Now, the other alternatives is when you reach here. Now I'm talking about when you reach here. What you can do. One is to do the long division, which is highly recommended. The other way around, you just write 72 over 80 and then cut out this 0 and move the decimal there. So now you have 7.2 over 8. I'll ask yourself how many times 8 goes into 72. It cannot go into 7, put a 0. It can go into 72 9 times. So that's another way you can do without calculator. But I highly recommend use the long division so that you are on the right side. Okay, there's another way I saw one of you doing, which I really want to use it here. Allow me to use your method. So it's 72 over 80, and then I reduce by 8. I reduced by 8. Very good. I get 9 out of 10. And so 9 over 10 as a decimal is 0.9. All these methods give you the correct answer. All of them. This is one of them. This is one of them. I highly recommend. And then this is one of them. I also recommend this one. You reduce and then you simplify. It's okay. So you can use either of these methods, please. So the issue is when we are dividing decimals, we do not multiply we do not ignore the decimals and then come and put the decimal. You don't do that. You simply remove the decimals. You remove, you don't ignore them. Okay. Now I move on. We'll do more practice on that. I'll know how to go about that. So this one is okay. Most of us are okay with that. I did see. And then here, if your point has a coordinates -4 and 3, and that point A has a reflected in the line y is equals to 2, you are supposed to find the coordinate of image in. There are two ways of doing this, two methods. Now, first method is you plot, do a small sketch. This is the shortest method, -1, -2, -3. I need that only. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all I need because it's -4. Oh, I also need -4. -4 and 3 there. And then the line you are reflecting is this one, y is equals to 2. So this point will simply come down here to -4 and 1. So your answer will be -4 and 1. That's the first method, the shortest method, that one. The other one is now use theory. This is practical. This is a practical method, highly recommended. You just simply do a small sketch and then you reflect accordingly, and then you get the point right there. The other method is theoretical, but it's good I show you. Now what you do is the point is the line is y is equals to 2. So you concentrate on the y is equals to 2, like that. And now you ask yourself, if it's reflecting in the y-axis, x-axis does not change. Now that's what you should remember. You are reflecting in the y-axis, x-axis does not change. So the x-axis remains -4. What changes is the y-axis from 3 down by 2, we get 1, like that. So I do 3 minus 2, which is 1. And then I keep the x-axis as -4. So my point will be -4 and 1, like that. This is theory method. This one is practical. Which one we do? Let's do the practical in most cases. Now, oh, very good. Okay, another reminder, please. You have the vertices, you have the faces, and you have the number of edges. Can someone remind us the formula? Can someone remind us the formula? E equals to number of edges.
Plus
Yes.
faces. E equals
Yes,
to V plus F minus 2.
V plus F minus 2. Very good, Peter. So that's our formula. The way we know the area of a rectangle is length and width. We know that circumference of a circle is pi d. We know that a volume of a cuboid is length times width times height. Everyone knows these formulas. You should know this one as well. You should know this formula for vertices, faces, and edges. This is the formula that connects vertices, faces, and edges. Every year, 8 students should know. Every last one of us should know. Every last one of us. So, and then I just need to plug in. So vertices is 12, and then the number of faces I need to find, and then the number of edges are 30. So in this case, what do you do? You'll take 30. You are like doing opposite. So now you will just plug in here. So it'll be 30 equals to vertices is 12. My plus F we don't have minus 2. V minus 2, yeah, like that. So 30 equals to 12 minus 2 plus F. So 30 equals to 10 plus F. So that means F is 20. So you simply do 30 minus 10. So F will be 20 here, like that. It's as simple as that. So what's the other thing? Okay, that's all. That's all you need to have done. What the emphasis is this formula. Please ensure you know this formula, because they will not be asking you like this every time. But if you know this formula, you'll be always get this question, because they can answer as a statement. A 3D shape has 8 faces, and maybe say 12 edges, and then they ask you to find the vertices. They can do like that. So they can ask you any question. The most important thing is to know the formula, please. So I hope you've noted down. That's an area of emphasis. These are some of the things I wanted to emphasize in this class. And because I will not repeat in class. This one is okay, no problem. This one, find the value of X, okay. This is 3-factor. 3-factor, guys, here you do 3-factor. Please remember, whenever there are powers, you do 3 factors of this side. Don't forget. So a good student will write 36 there, and then you do 18, and then you do 2, you do 9, and then do 3 and 3. Then you write them as powers like that. Very good. And then you go on and do 56 very fast, 7, 8, and then you can go on and do 2, 4, and then 2, 2. So this means it's 2, 3, and 7, 1. You don't have to write that. So we write here 2, 3 times 7. So notice there's 2 and there is 2. So we are going to apply the rule 2 to the power of 2 times 2 to the power of 3. That should give you 2 to the power of 5. So that means the whole of this one is 2 to the power of 5 times 3 to the power of 2 times 7, which is right here. The whole thing is right here. So that means, therefore, our X is simply 5. Our X is 5. So I have to always remember to write the answer in the space provided. You have to write the answer there, like that. 3-factor, most of us are very okay. And then just expressing them in power form, and they can always ask you a question in different way. The most important thing is to know how to do the 3-factor. If you know how to do the 3-factor, whatever they'll ask you, you'll get. And then this one is just that it did not. This one is biased, or you can criticize, because there's you can see she asked only adults, and then she's giving them option. A group of adults are asked to choose their favorite film type. Maya makes this infographic information about the results. Now you can see what Maya does is that is it Maya or Mia? Now it depends it depends on where someone comes from. You can say Maya, you can say Mia. I think Mia is Spanish. So the scientific fiction, you can see 10, and then she gives comedy, and then crime, and then action. You are directing people. You are telling people to say what you want, like that. Now, this kind of collecting data is not right. That's the problem. You don't give people option when you want data from them. If you give option, you limit them, especially this kind of question. So the criticism is she limited the population. The population here is the adult. So you say she limited the population. When you limit the population to only answer a specific question on what you want, you don't get exact, because some of them, you might give them all options that they don't like. So you might not get the correct information. So boys and girls, on paper 2, as you can see, paper 2, I just want to highlight a few areas. This one is okay, 7 and 6. Most of us, rotational symmetry of a regular hexagon. For hexagon, heptagon, pentagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon, all these things, you just need to know how many sides it has. If you know the sides, for example, hexagon is 6, everything is 6. So the length of symmetry is 6, order is 6, a number of sides is 6, all sides are equal. All that is what they will ask you. And then here, the subject, the formula is U. Everyone can see there, AT minus V equals to U. The subject of the formula is the variable. I'm using the word variable so that everyone can remember that a variable is something that you can change in an equation. A variable is what you can change in an equation. Constant, you cannot change like that. So the variable here is U. It's the one that makes this equation. I can even write this equation as U is equals to AT minus V. It's okay. So U is the subject of the formula. Okay. If you have any question, just raise your hand. I'll get to you. This probability we did in the paper one. So same thing. So we'll find the probability of not picking a blue counter. Blue counter is 0.67. So if you want to get of not picking, you take 1 minus 0.65, and so your answer will be 0.35, and you are done. It's 1 mark. Don't waste time on these kind of questions. Just read them correctly and do them very fast. Why? You have questions at the end of the paper that takes 4 marks. Those questions that requires time. So if you waste time on 1 mark question, you're likely to have problems to finish the paper. You not finish. So you take the shortest time as possible on the 1 mark question because they are not so demanding. And then when you get to the 4 mark question, you'll have enough time to do them. Especially the last 3-4 questions, they are usually combined concepts. They require you to have enough time to do. So boys and girls, kindly don't waste time on simple questions. These questions, do them as quickly as possible. Even you'll get time to come back and check through maybe, but normally they don't require you to do a lot of work, a lot of thinking, a lot of working. They require you to just simply work out quickly and you have your answer. You see, like this one, you just need to pick out your answer and you're done. Now, if you compare this question and this question here, let me go all the way so you can see. This one is 4 mark. The question 22 is 4 mark question. It requires you to do a lot of working, and so you'll need time. So please don't waste time on the question that requires you to just pick answers. So in fact, let me go all the way. Now this question 22. Go to question 22 because I'm going to pick out a few areas I highlight and then we'll be done. The question 22. This question you're told about Eva's bicycle, which is a wheel. A wheel is circular. Now, student has to remember a wheel is circular, and if it is circular and there's radius involved, so immediately you are talking about circumference. So if you're talking about circumference of a circle is pi d, and if your radius is 311, what's the diameter? Anyone? So here circumference equals to pi d. And so put on this is paper 2, so calculator is allowed. So pi is on the calculator and multiply by the diameter. If the radius is 311 and you want to get the diameter, simply double it. And so you have 622. So that gives us, can someone give us the answer there?
$622.
622.
It's not 622.
Yes, it is.
Multiply by
it's
pi.
not.
Multiply by
Yes,
pi.
it is, Emma.
1954.07.
Yes, Emma? 6,000?
1,000.
Yes.
1,954.07.
Yes, I thought you said find the
0.07.
radius. I mean, find the diameter.
Oh, we already found the diameter. Sorry. We already found the diameter
It's
is
okay, it's
632. Yeah, it's okay, Kelly. And then you multiply by pi. Now you have this one. So this is millimeters. Everything is millimeters now. So that's the circumference. That's how much you go around. You know, when you go around, it's fast. Like when you go around this circle, is the circumference. So 1 round is this is what you cover. You cover 1954.07 when you go 1 round, but he's going 16 revolution. So if he goes 15, sorry, he's going 15. So to get the total, now we go on and take for 1 revolution is 1954.07. We have to multiply that by 15. That will give us from the calculator. Yes. Quickly, guys. From the calculator. Emma, are you there? Jawara, Helen?
29,311.
29,000?
311.05.
0.05. Good. That's our total distance. But now they're asking us to give our answer in meters and to be 1 decimal place. So now a good student has to pay attention to those details. So far 1 mark here. So far another mark there. Now you have 2. So you still have 2 more steps to do. The first step is to convert this one into meters. Now, what are we going to divide by? Because millimeters is smaller, so we have to divide to get the meters. divided by 1,000. Very good. Thank you for that. So we get, that will give us 29.31105. Yes, and then give us the answer in one decimal place.
29.3.
29.3, and that's your final answer. Very good. Very good. That's how you get your 4 mark. Now look at this question. This is a 4-mark question, requires time, requires you to show all the working for you to get the 4 marks. So if you waste time on question 1, then you will not find time to do this question. It's going to affect you. So when you are doing these papers next week, paper 1, paper 2, please try to be as quick as possible on the first 15 questions. The first 15 questions are your basic baby work. And then you have now from question 16 to 24, that one requires a bit of, and it's a bit advanced. So you need time to go through that section. You need time. So create time and manage yourself very well. Okay, that point is very clear. So, and then I'll go on to, for those who just joined, maybe you are not in the first session, I said, always remember, write your final answer here. Even if you're using calculator, if you're using a calculator, don't write just the answer like this. We need the solution here. Show the solution on how you're arriving at your answer, because it's 4-mark question. Now, another area I'll pick is this one, 21. Question 21, I'm picking it for one reason, that some of us, we've not been very comfortable with this part. Now, let's revise it again. First, you expand. If every time there is any bracket, expand, please. So you get 20x minus 30 equals to, now this area, please pay attention on this one, 133. Now you are doing -2 times x. A negative times a positive to be a negative, so -2x. And then -2 times -1. So that becomes, what does that become? +2. Yeah, thank you. So it becomes positive because it's -2 times -1. Now, another thing to remember, if you are opening the bracket with a negative, the sign inside the bracket always changes. Don't forget that. If you're opening the bracket with a negative number, the signs inside the bracket will change automatically. If you forget that one, then just use the integer rule. Negative times a positive, I get a negative. A negative times a negative, I get a positive. Because the moment you'll put a different sign here is the end of the story. And this question is 3-mark. So if you make a mistake here, if you write a negative here, it's the end of the story. That question is wrong. You'll not get any mark. So we have to be very careful with these kind of questions, especially when it comes to changing the signs. We are losing marks there. Now, the next step, everyone is okay. Now we collect the like terms. Most of us are okay there. So collecting like terms, no problem. So when you're collecting the like terms, it needs skill. The skill is make it easier. So to make it easier, I'll take the x's on this left side, all the x on the right side, and then all numbers they'll go to the right side. So that means 20x, and then this -2x will come this side, will be plus 2x, and then equal sign, -30 has to go this side, keep the 133 where it is, and then -30 becomes positive, and then your 2 is here, like that. So you have 22x, and then we do 165, then we divide both sides by 22. What's our answer? Final answer? Final answer? You guys, you're there?
7.5.
7.5.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. So you get 7.5. 7.5. That's correct. So we have to always pay attention to this kind of question. In case one of us is writing, can you tell me so that I don't clear while you are writing? In case any one of us is writing, you inform me. Okay. So far, no one. Okay. That means we are writing together. That's good. Tamara, I've not heard from you for long. I've not heard from Tamara. Tamara, I've not heard from you. Idil, I've not heard from you. Mariam, Paris, Yonis, Rakia. Yeah, you guys, please ensure you are with me. And then you also communicate. Now, that one I wanted to emphasize. Here, let me see. This one, was there a problem? This one is okay. You are very okay with same and leave. Very good. Keep it up, guys. Same and leave, you are very okay. Okay. The another question. This one, enlargement, we are okay. Just in case you forgot, the scale factor is 2. So you move, and then you identify the place you are enlarging from. We call the center of enlargement. So 1, 0, no problem. 1, 0 is here, and then I'm going to count 1, 2 to A, and then I multiply by 2. So it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has to come there. That would be where A comes. Once I expand one point, the rest of the other point I expand from this shape. So to A to B, 1, 2, 3. The scale factor is 2, so it's going to be 6. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So B will come there automatically. And then to get C, you need to go across by horizontal. This is 1, BC is 1, so it's going to be 2. So 1, 2, C will be there. And then this one is also 1, so it will be 2, 1, 2 there. And then a good student will not leave it like that. You take your ruler. Everyone normally goes to the exam with a ruler. We don't need to be reminded there to connect this shape with a ruler. Please ensure you do that, and you have your answer. As simple as that. Baby work. So I move on. Then this is well done. I'm moving. I want to check a question, and then we'll be done. Last question. This one, was it this one? No. This one is okay. Question. Let's go to question 12. Question 12. This one. This is our last question. The other questions we'll go through tomorrow. If we get time. If we'll be on Zoom, well and good. If you'll be school, we all have classes for A and B. So we'll go through this paper too, the part that we've not done. The only part I wanted to emphasize is the ones I've mentioned, and this one. This is the last one. You are supposed to measure the bearing of B from A. Now, can someone remind us, tell us what to do here? Because we only have a few minutes. B from A, where is the angle?
At A.
The angle is at A. Very good, Emma. So B from A, this is the angle. So you have to mark this angle. You have to mark it. And always is coming from the north. And it has to be clockwise. Please don't forget that. It has to be marked like that. Then you measure it with a protractor. What do you get, Livia?
85.
I don't know.
Peter, was that Peter? So, it can't be 85 because this is obtuse. This is an obtuse angle from, you can see it's an obtuse angle. It's more than 90, yeah?
105.
Yeah, 105 is correct. Very good. So before even you measure the angle, you need to know, is it acute? Is it obtuse? If it's acute, it's okay. It will be less than 90. If it's obtuse, you must ensure that your answer is more than 90. In this case, 105 will be correct. So you measure with your protractor, ensure your protractor is placed correctly, then you measure. Okay, guys, and then to measure B from C, the angle is at C, you are supposed to measure that one. So you'll do 360, subtract 97, and you have your answer. The other is 360 minus 97. Okay.
273.
273. Okay.
Oh,
263.
263.
263.
Oh, okay. Okay.